Hello, chess family. It's me, National Master Jesse James, and today we're taking a look at another instructive chess miniature. This one actually by Smyslov, known for a great endgame player, one of the world chess champions. Actually gets to get a quick miniature and a beautiful Sicilian. Not really known for his quick and robust style, but in this game we're going to see a nice little treasure. Here we go. We start off with e4, c5, knight f3, d6. We get a Sicilian. d4, c takes, knight attacks the pawn, knight defends the pawn. And here, black gets to choose the variations. There's a lot of different Sicilians you can play here. You got g6 for the dragon. You got e5 going for like Sheshnikov kind of looking at structures. Knight c6, just a mainline old style. You could even play what we see in this game, one of the most aggressive lines, a6, the Najdorf. And well, let's see how Smyslov handles this. I really like the way he plays this. He just plays bishop e2. This is a classical line, not anything crazy with that. With that being said, you get a good game. You're not playing into any heavy theory. You're just gonna play good chess moves, and hopefully your opponent will make some weaknesses. All right, e6 gets played. Castles, of course, and pawn to b5. And this is actually a mistake in this kind of line. You're trying to expand very, very fast on the queen side, and this actually backfires. Already white to move, white gets a big advantage. I've tried this before as black, and I have been promptly punished for trying to be so aggressive here as black. White to move. Can you see the move here that white plays to get a good advantage? Hint. Black tries to expand too fast on the queen side. How can we punish this? All right, hopefully you found it. It's this nice looking bishop to f3 move. What's this do? Well, black had an idea of playing pawn b4 to kick your knight so they can win the e4 pawn. That's why this b4 move is so nice. Some people here would probably play something like e3, which is an okay move, but it's not the way that we punish, right? a3 is a little too passive, and it allows black just to play bishop b7 and just continue on with the game because, well, we're not challenging them. Well, with this move of bishop to f3, not only does this defend the pawn, but even comes to threats with moves like pawn to b5, a discovery attack attacking the rook over here, and obviously the pawn's going to be attacking the knight. And, well, black is now in trouble here because he started to attack too early. He should have definitely tried to castle. Although in these Najdorf lines, it's actually very common to keep your king in the center and then just create your counterplay on the queen side. With that being said, it was black's turn. Black plays a good move, rook to a7. Here, there's quite a few different moves here to get and to keep the game going. What do you play here? Here, I do like bishop e3. It's a nice little move here that develops and also puts a little tension over here. Here, Smyslov had another idea, which is stronger. He plays queen to e2. Now, this may seem like another weird move here, but I want you to think about it. Where does your advantage lie? Meaning, there's three different places that you can do your attack. Should you go king side? Should you go for the center? Or should you go queen side? Now, this is very important. If you choose the right one, you're going to have a good game because, well, naturally in this game, white should go to one of these three places. Which one is it? Well, hopefully nobody said king side because, well, the king hasn't even castled over there, and, well, there's nothing that you can attack over there. Should we go center? Center is good, but it's going to be a little hard to open this game right away. With that being said, it was actually going queen side. Why is it queen side? All because of this one pawn move of b5. Remember, when you're attacking, you need open files and diagonals. That being said, later on, we're going to see how Smyslov goes ahead and opens up because of this b5 move. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Here, queen e2 has a nice idea, trying to bring the rook into the game opposite of the queen. Not a bad way to play. Here, black went ahead and played rook c7, and now we get that free tempo, rook to d1. Now we have ideas like e5 again, because, well, there's going to be lots of discoveries here anytime your rook is opposite of the queen. That's why this rook d1 was a good move, and this is the whole idea behind putting your queen to e2. Typically, this is actually a d4 idea, but you can see in this one, it's actually working out very nicely in the Sicilian. All right, black goes ahead and plays knight b to d7, and now I challenge you to find this move. After this move, the game becomes clear. White is going to be able to open up on the queen side and create the counterplay. If you don't do this move, well, you'll have a small advantage, but it won't be enough to actually push for the win. White to move here. How do you open up the queen side? After this, the rest of the game is played very nicely and just very smooth. What do you play? Remember, I do encourage you to push pause whenever you can. Here, the move was pawn to a4. Now, this is a very strong move and the only way to keep the advantage, according to the engine, which I totally agree with. Most of the time in the Sicilians, we're trying to open up the center or keep it close and go kingside attack. Because black delayed developing pieces, the fastest way for us to open up the game was to go queenside, and this is exactly it. And well, black really doesn't have many good choices here, and black goes ahead and takes on a4. Now this may seem like a very strange or bad move, but there really is no other good choices. For instance, this is a very good plan to remember in your games when you're playing this system for white. I use this idea all the time. Well, if they don't take, then they're going to have to play pawn b4. And this is exactly what you want. The knight goes to a2 to attack the pawn. Okay, well, this is getting harder now because, well, if you play pawn a5, here's the idea. You got knight b5, quick little moves. That'll give a nice tempo off the rook. I don't know. I guess the rook has to go somewhere. Oh, gosh, this rook's already getting trapped. Rook c6, and there's already e5 ideas opening up the game. Oof. And even without this move, the main idea behind this is to play pawn to c3. Again, opening up lines and always making threats. You can see that the pawn's now threatening this pawn. So typically they'll go ahead and take because they can't push forward because then, well, our knight will take. So when pawn takes, knight takes, and now you've opened up the queen side and you have lots of play here. And again, you see the knight b5 idea. Here, white is in a totally winning position. And, well, they didn't even do too much work, right? All because of this pawn b5 move. It gave us a free tempo to open up the queen side. That being said, they went ahead and played. Pawn takes on a4. And now the game again plays itself. Knight takes on a4. Bishop to b7. Not really a threat. And again, open up lines. Keep making threats. Can you find the move that Smyslov played here? Oof. All right. Hopefully you guys push pause. Hopefully you found the right idea. Pawn to e5. Keep making threats. We got to open this position up. And, well, you don't really want to take with the knight here because, well, taking with the pawn is a way to play. But, again, taking is going to open up, and there's going to be lots of tactics over here. In fact, already we'll see bishop takes b7. If rook takes, there's queen takes on a6, knight c6. You can see here that there's lots of play here, and with the king still in the center, white's just having a fun time while black is just trying to survive. In the game, black played knight takes c5, and again the same kind of variation happens. Bishop takes on b7, rook takes, queen takes on a6, and white is just in a beautifully winning position. Again, we've opened up lines, it's getting complicated, and this king is stuck in the center. Alright, we gotta do something about this rook. Black went ahead and played queen b8 to defend, and here, just looking for force moves. Knight c6, forking the knight and queen. If you don't take, then I'll take, again, creating more open lines. So knight takes c6, queen takes c6 check, and knight to d7. All right, white to move here. This is a very nice move that opens up the game, and the game ends very fast here. Can you find the move here? This will give you a plus 0.6 advantage, meaning you're up basically a rook and a pawn. What did he play? Oh, hopefully he found it. Look at this gem. Knight to c5. Now, this is a forced move, right? We're putting pressure on the knight. We're also putting pressure on the rook. And, well, there's really nothing you can really do in this situation. So, pawn went ahead and took. Well, I hear someone asking me, what happens if we play something like rook c7 here? Well, if rook c7 gets played, check it out. Knight takes on d7. So, if you play rook takes, well, knight takes, and you're just down a piece over here. Okay, so I guess I have to take back with rook takes in here. Simple chess. What do you play? We've got the open files. These rooks are looking great. Here, rook to a8, pin it, and win it. Game over. Oh, gosh. All variations are going to be losing because we have so many pieces active. Well, d takes on c5. And, well, can you find the move here? Develop with the threat. Bishop to f4 was played. Developing and attacking the queen. If the queen does decide to take on f4, there's a few winning variations here. But queen takes b7 is just going to be the easiest variation. Now you see the knights hanging with checkmate. Oh, gosh, I don't even know what black would play here. I guess bishop d6 is what computer's giving as the only line. Here we're just going to stop the attack real quick. g3, queen to b4, and now we have like rook a8 check idea to win the rook. We'll trade off queens first and then probably just do that. Even queen c8 checks a move. Too many winning lines here to choose just one. So, after bishop d6 got played, here, the final tactic. Smyslov definitely has class, and he wins it very nicely here. White to move a win. All right, hopefully you found it. What's the move here? This is a nice way to win a piece. Bishop takes on d6. Rook to b6. And now queen takes d7 check. What a nice move here, which ends the game. Of course, after king takes, bishop takes b8 check, winning a whole piece. And again, you're just up in material and you have better development here. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this game. Remember, in Sicilians, if your opponent goes too fast on the queen side, open up the queenside as white and just win with your big development. Now on the Sicilian, black should be trying to castle kingside, so he should do that as soon as possible, especially whenever your king is stuck there, right? All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this game. We'll see you in the next one.